Alrighty, y'all. So, I just got home, plugged my phone in, it died out on the walk. So, instead of recording the little morning cardio talk while walking, we're doing it right now that we got home, here connected to the wall. So, yesterday, back day, demolished deadlifts. We pulled 420. It's the most we pulled in like at least a year and a half. And then that was for just once. And then we basically stopped working out again. And before that, it's been years. Like 9 years or so. So, massive progress in that. But, being so fatigued, basically freaking pulling that deadlift, after that, the rest of the back day kind of suffered. Like, I was able to get through it, but definitely not able to push it and squeeze as hard as I wanted to. Cheated a lot more reps. But either way, back is exhausted. Freaking traps tore up. Lower back sore. So, overall, extremely effective. And we set a current PR, so that's always nice. Now, we are working towards getting to a 500-pound deadlift. That's the overall goal for that. Now, today we got arms. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked out a little later. Cruise on through that. And then we'll be able to go ahead and take a rest day tomorrow. Then we'll be back to legs after that. So, feeling pretty good this week with that rest day at the beginning of it. Now we're going to get another rest day. So, a rest day every 5 days. So, well, I guess day 6 is a rest day. So, but we're going to see how that helps with the fatigue. And if it does, pretty sure just training 7 days a week, balls to the walls, while eating in a deficit is creating most of our problem. So that's what we're trying to adjust here. So if the fatigue starts to dissipate a little bit, maybe we'll stay in the deficit for another 30 days, depending upon how we're looking here on day 120. But I'm thinking if I can hit at least 21% body fat, if not 20%, on day 120, then I will be very happy about that. Because that means I'm down 10% body fat in 120 days. Which, that's drastic. So, I am very, very content at that amount of progress, because that is huge. So, I don't know many people who will complain about going from 30% body fat down to 20% body fat inside of just 4 months. So, it is massively different. Along with the amount of strength I've put back on is also very drastic. So, in 4 months. Deadlift wise, I was able to pull basically, I was working in some volume. So I was doing 315 for, I think, a set of 5 when I started. Now we can pull 420 for 1, and I could probably do 315 for like sets of at least 3 sets of probably 5. Probably 5 sets of 5, if not 5 sets of 8. I know those are 3 very drastic number differences, but I would have to go out there and do it, and I haven't done volume at 315, so I know at least 3x3, if not probably 5x5s. So, either way, that's still a big increase if I'm going 4 more sets at 5 reps. So, I will freaking take that. Then bench press, that's gone up in the 3x5 section. We were able to do, we started off at like 205, I think, for 3x5s or 5x5s. Then we got the 225 5x5. Then 230, we started doing 3x5s. We've gone from 330 to 255 as a completed weight. 260, we were able to do the first 2 sets, where we did 5, 4, and 3. And then we decided we were going to try to do 260 a couple days ago, and we just got 1 rep and failed on the first set. So that was definitely just an off day. Pump was terrible the whole time. Just wasn't great. So squat, we're working on it. So we've gotten back to 225 squat for 2. And then we were having a bunch of forward lean issues and getting a lot of lower back pain. So now we're back down at very low weights, just working on the Smith machine to force a correct range of movement and just build some leg strength. And we're not completely focused on the amount of weight we can move on that at the moment. So kind of is what it is. But we'll talk about all this again on day 120. So that is going to be our morning cardio talk there. It's good old arm day. We're starting off doing easy curl bar curls with the cable attachment. That way we can go ahead and pyramid up in weight as we just hit these for 10 rep sets. Last arm day we were able to get up to 70 pounds. We'll see if we can get up to there again. Already did 20, 30, 40. Now we're going to go ahead and go to 50 pounds and knock out 50, 60, 70. See how we're feeling at the end of 70. Maybe we'll do some more. Maybe we won't, but let's find out. So. Whew. 50 actually feels kind of heavy already today, but that is okay. It's not necessarily about the maximum amount of weight we're going to move. It's how much stimulus we can make using the weight we are moving. So if you can make a bunch of stimulus, 10, 20 pounds less, it's awesome. So depending upon how this feels, maybe we'll just stay at 60. We'll just hit a couple sets at 60. So we're just looking to get a bunch of blood shoved in the muscle, big heavy pump going. So I think we're going to go ahead and just stay at 60 pounds. We'll knock out a couple more sets of these. And then we'll go ahead and we'll move into the second bicep movement. We finished up our easy curl style curls. Now we're on a short bar curls, palms down. So let's go ahead and hit these things. We're shooting for 15 to 20 reps on these. We've gone ahead and reduced the weight. Up. demonstration of a curl always just feels so crazy. But it's nice. We're starting to get a lot more vascular. Both of our arms. We're starting to get the little bicep veiny up here on both biceps. So, can't complain too much about that. That means you're getting leaner. You'll get more and more vascular as you're losing body fat percentage, because the fat is what fills in that layer between your skin and your muscle. All of your veins sit inside of that area between the two. So as the fat disappears, what's left is all the veins. And that's why everyone looks vascular as you get leaner and leaner. So then once you get really lean, you start seeing muscle fibers and that graininess that you want if you're trying to compete. So with that, I'm gonna knock out 2 more sets of these, and then we'll go ahead and we'll move on to our next bicep movement, which will be a neutral grip, probably rope curl, or maybe I'll do dumbbell curls. We'll find out. Palms down curls on the short bar. Now we're gonna go ahead and move into a neutral grip, and we're gonna end up doing these like preacher style. Ooh. 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 Man, the left arm is so much harder than the right. It is crazy how weak a body part comes if you break a bone in that section. So, my left arm actually used to be fairly stronger than the right, especially in curls and tricep extensions. Tricep extensions, this arm's still stronger. But as for curls, this arm is magnitudes weaker than this one now. So, but it is what it is. As long as we can get it to grow and look pretty symmetrical to the other side, we're golden. It's never going to be perfect, but we're not shooting to per se compete or anything. We're just shooting to see how far we can get our own physique to go naturally. So that is the, current status quo. And we're doing this at the same time that we're working on doing our personal trainer certifications. So I have this big opinion about if you're a personal trainer that you should look physically fit or at least be fairly fit and be strong if you're not very fit. So, because normally strength and being super fit looking aren't always hand in hand. Depending upon how strong you're getting, you're going to give some trade-offs normally for being, lean and portionally put together. But I feel like if you're going to be a trainer, you've got to be able to live and execute the exact same things that you're trying to talk about, teach others, and get others to perform. So, to within reason. I mean, obviously if you have a client that wants to do cross-country running and do marathons and stuff and you're not a runner, then that kind of is what it is. Or if, say, they want to be a power lifter and you're, more towards the physique side, that's fine, but you still understand the concepts and you apply basic physical resistance training to yourself as well. So, I think that's a should be a standard. Because I've been into some gyms and you see some of these personal trainers, they might be intelligent and they could be very good trainers. But it definitely off-puts me when you walk in there and it's like a fairly like beyond bulk season freaking dude, or like a chick who's just, you can tell she doesn't do anything, never does cardio, doesn't lift, like she just kind of exists. And I feel like that's off-putting to the customer and your client. Like, it's kind of deceptive in a way. But anyways, I'm gonna knock out 3 more sets of these, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to triceps. So we've gone ahead and we've worked up the stack now, doing tri press downs from 20 pounds to 70. So let's go ahead and hit our working sets here. We're shooting for like 10 to 12 at this weight here for a couple sets. Oh. All right. So we're going to go ahead and hit 3 more sets of these, and then we'll move on to the next tricep movement. Press downs. So now we're going to go into overhead tricep extensions. So really trying to blast that long head of the tricep. Oh, woo, boy, oh boy. Got all of the blood pushing into the triceps right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock out 4 more sets of those. Then we'll move on to single arm tricep extensions. We're done with overheads. We're going to go ahead and move into single arm tricep extensions. So we hit these palms up, and we come right across their body. Oof. Oof. Ugh. Woo! Boy, oh boy. My arms feel cooked. The pump is okay. Not the best pump today. Definitely dehydrated. Haven't drank enough water, but feels good. Muscles feel tight. They definitely feel worked and fatigued. They felt pretty strong. So I'm definitely not going to complain about that. So we, starting to get some decent tricep development out of both arms, it feels like. So biceps, they're there. Definitely not as big as our end goal, but we'll get there. So no big deal for that. It is what it is. But with that, make sure you guys are out there, you're working towards your goals, getting your stuff done. Most of all, just don't be a lazy fuck.